Just going to show you some of the books I have on my bookshelf. These I've had for a while. Houston Smith's work on world religions is pretty good. I've got the illustrated edition. I'm sure in one of the videos I've talked about this. So some of the other books on religion I have. I like the mystical take on Islam, so majority of books you will see here will have to do with that. You cannot start talking about Sufism. It's hard for me to use that word now, but let's just go with it, without reading Persian poetry for somebody like me who's a Farsi speaker. So that's important. So up there I've got works of Rumi, Saadi, Golestan and Bustan, Omar Khayyam's Rubaiyat. Got a second volume of Islamic spirituality by Sayyid Hossein Nasr, a book on traditionalism. That's the author. Old Meadow is his last name. And of course, I've got the Shahnameh sitting the wrong way. That's Shahnameh Ferdowsi. And I've got... there's a good conversation that Krista Tippett has with Yaroslav Pelikan on her website. This is pretty nice. Translation of Sayyid Hossein Nasr's book, translations of Totalitarianism by Hannah Arendt and Decline and Fall of the Roman Empire, and some other books. This is a good one on nature and environment by Sayyid Hossein Nasr. Two copies of the same book. I like Shimel's works, and Chittick, for those of you who are interested in, or Arabic speakers, or have better knowledge of Arabic than Persian, can look at Ibn Arabi's works, or the books that Chittick has done about Ibn Arabi. These are some books on history of the founding era. These are pretty good if you're a Persian speaker or want to study Sufism with the Persian flavor, aroma. Martin Ling's Shuan. He's hard to read. First and second time around. Sayyid Hossein Nasr talks about this in a few minutes in one of his videos. So I invite you just to look at those. Oh, this is a pretty good book. Schumacher's Small is Beautiful. I had hundreds, literally, and hundreds of books that I was collecting for my son's first library, and we left them in the shed. My former mother-in-law unfortunately passed away, and long story short, those books got destroyed. I've got a few more works of, well, some of Rumi's works and a couple of works of Shimel's. I made sure a book on Maulana was the first book that my granddaughter was close to. put her right next to her when she was 1 day old. Henry David Thoreau's Higher Law. And then this is Shahnameh translated into English by Dick Davis. So anyways, as you can see, I like the mystical take on Islam. And books alone are not going to get you there for sure. I've put a couple of comments up on a couple of video clips on Irfan. It's ONIRFAAN. I've tried to practice the aspects of put up on those papers. It's just a couple of short reads. I think it's good if we try to snap out of our ego to start practicing it. And to practice that, what better way than to share what little we have or however much we have with other fellow brothers and sisters from all over the world. And I think that would be a good place to start if one is thinking Irfan or Sufism. Because without the practice, I think one would be kidding himself or herself that they're actually living that lifestyle. Books are necessary but not sufficient to get on that path. So read your Maulana, read your Hafiz, read your Sadi, read your Omar Khayyam, read all those great Persian poets, and if you speak other languages, read your great poets. Alrighty, we'll talk more.